Namaste guys, welcome back to the mat and welcome to day 2 of this 12 days of yoga Christmas challenge. Yesterday we brought ourselves to the mat and we let go and we just flowed. Today we're going to up that flow a little bit and come into a mini practice of a power yoga flow. So as you can see, the title of today's flow is fire, and in today's practice we're really going to wake up that inner energy, that inner power that we have to kind of bring us that boost of energy, especially during these darker months. It is easy to slip into a slump, and during these festivities we can feel ourselves burn out. So today we are going to reclaim that flame and work through a really fiery practice using anything that we need for support, any blocks, bolsters, etc, etc. But we'll begin today's practice by coming straight away into a downward facing dog. So beginning first in our tabletop position, spreading the fingers, tuck those toes under, and when you're ready from here, we lift our way into downward facing dog and begin to pedal out those legs. So bending one knee, bending another, nodding the head yes, shaking it no, anything that feels good to you here. Really taking some intentional movement here, so pushing into one heel, pushing into another. Taking any kind of wiggles of the hips that feels good to you. Before we move into stillness with our downward facing dog, tucking that last rib in and pushing the hip bones higher to the sky. Beginning to ground out through our down dog, connecting with the earth beneath us. Bringing in that grounding, ready for a fiery practice, just 20-minute power yoga inspired practice, remembering that you can press pause at any point, you can take a break, you can soften any poses. It's completely up to you. But from here we're going to start to add a little bit of strength into our practice by taking some down dog to upward dog movements. So walking the legs closer to touch, we inhale to round into the shoulders, drop those hips and find length through our upward facing dog, squeezing the heels together. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, push into the hands, and the hip bones come back to the sky. 4 more times. Inhale, round into the shoulders, drop hips down, come to upward facing dog. Exhale, bend the knees, hip bones to the sky. Keep it going. Inhale, round forward to upward facing dog. Exhale, bend the knees, hip bones come higher, down dog. Inhale, round to the shoulders, upward dog. Squeeze heels close. Exhale, bend the knees, hip bones to the sky. Final time, follow me by inhaling to round into the shoulders, drop the hips down and untuck those toes here. Beginning to press into the tops of the feet to lift the thighs off the mat. We hold 5. We hold 4. 3, 2, and 1. Roll over the toes. Come into downward facing dog. From here, we're going to take 3 rounds of our moon salutations. Yesterday, we kickstarted the 12 days with 3 rounds of sun salutations. So let's find that little balance. Bring the big toes to touch. On your inhale, we sweep right leg to the sky. Bend the off split dog. Exhale, draw knee to chest, step between the thumbs, float your way to high lunge or low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step back to down dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, sweep left leg to the sky, bend the off split dog. Exhale, draw knee to chest, step between the thumbs, sweep arms up and overhead, find your way, high lunge, low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, frame front foot. This time we step to plank and take our vinyasa, maybe challenging yourself by lowering halfway. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hip bones to the sky, downward facing dog. Round 2, bring big toes to touch. Inhale, right leg floats to the sky, bend knee off, split dog. Exhale, draw knee to chest, step between the thumbs, find your way to your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step back to down dog. Bring big toes to touch, inhale, left leg floats to the sky, bend that knee off, inhale. Exhale, draw knee to chest, step between the thumbs, float arms up and overhead to lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step to plank and take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog, beautiful strong movements. Exhale, hip bones to the sky. Final round, bring big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg floats high, bend knee off, split dog. Exhale, draw knee to chest, step between the thumbs. Sweep arms up and overhead, come to your chosen lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step to down dog. Big toes come to touch, left leg floats to the sky, bend it off. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee to chest, step between the thumbs, sweep arms up and overhead to lunge. Yes, you've got it. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame front foot, step to plank and take your vinyasa. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hip bones come high to the sky. Down dog. From this down dog, we begin to bend the knees and walk the hands all the way back to the feet. Two options. Adjusting my leggings, you can come to a ragdoll by taking hold of the elbows, or you can take hold of big toes, inner wrists come to face each other. Inhale, gaze forwards. Exhale, bend the elbow, and begin to forward fold. Shifting weight to toes, draw heels down wherever you are. On your next inhale, my darlings, we gaze forward to straighten out that back. Beautiful. Exhale, begin to walk back to your downward facing dog. Bring big toes to touch. 3 rounds of core crunches, knee to nose stretch. We inhale, sweep right leg to the sky, bend knee off, split dog. Exhale, draw knee into the chest, round into the shoulders, hold it. And then inhale, take it high to the sky. 2 more times. Draw knee to nose, hold it. Inhale, back to the sky. Final time, draw knee to nose, hold it. Before we gaze between the thumbs, step between them here. From here, we can begin to lift that back leg up, flex the foot and bring hands to prayer. Meet me in your flying warrior here, holding 5, 4, 3, the 2, and 1. Step back with that left leg. Inhale, we come into high lunge. Exhale, pivot that back foot with the back of the mat and meet me in your warrior 2. Hold it here, maybe lift that front heel up, sink a little bit deeper, feeling that fire. For 3, 2, and 1. We reverse the flow, lower heel down. Inhale, sweep arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come to heart center, bend into that front knee, lift in to flying warrior, holding flying warrior for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, on your 1, hands come to the mat to frame front foot, step back left foot, float leg first to the sky in 3-legged dog. You can take a 3-legged chaturanga or you can drop right foot down, but take your vinyasa. And then inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hip bones to the sky, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Ready to take it to the other side, we bring big toes to touch. Inhale, left leg floats high, bend knee off, split dog coven. Inhale. 3 rounds of knee to nose. Draw that knee into the nose. Hold it. Inhale, take it high. Exhale, draw knee to nose. Hold it. Inhale, high. Beautiful. Final time. Draw knee to nose. Hold it. Before we gaze between the thumbs, step that foot between the thumbs here and embrace every wobble as we lift in to flying warrior. Ooh. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step back to right leg. Inhale, arms flow up and overhead. Exhale, pivot back foot with the back of the mat. Come into warrior 2. Lift that front heel up and hold. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You've got it for 3, 2, 1. Lower back heel down. Reverse the flow. Inhale, flow arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands come heart center. Bend into the front knee. Embrace every wobble. Take as much movement as you need to meet me into flying warrior. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm just falling all over the place. And 1. Hands come to the mat to frame front foot. Step back right leg. Float left leg to the sky to 3-legged down dog. And then take 3-legged chaturanga or drop left foot down. But when you're ready, we lower all the way through. Inhale, find upward facing dog. On your exhale, we bend the knees, bring the knees to touch, tuck toes under and come into a little bit of foot stretch. So a really activated hero's pose here. Taking a few wrist rolls, taking a few neck rolls. If it feels too much leaning forward with the knees to the mat, you can lift them up and get your stretch here. Whatever feels good to you. Woo, feeling that heat, that fire. Maybe hating me, maybe hating yoga. That is okay, my darlings. Remember, the most important thing was coming to the mat. It's the hardest thing of them all. So give yourself that moment of acknowledgement. And then when you're ready, slide the body forward into tabletop. And we just begin to pat out those tippy toes. Just ease the stretch. Before coming sit in hero's pose. So to end this practice, we're going to take 3 rounds of our dolphin pose hold with an option to come to pincher if you have it in your practice. I do not, so please don't expect it. But we're going to take 3 rounds of our dolphin pose together, waking up that upper body strength and kind of exploring the boundaries between peace, between power. It's going to be delicious. So from here, you're going to take hold of the opposite elbow. Lean forward and place the elbows to the mat. Wherever those hands meet in the center, that can be your little triangle of energy, or you're more than welcome to bring the hands flat to the mat. So the elbow and the wrist are in alignment. Whichever one you choose to do is completely up to you. But when you're ready from here, we can begin to draw that belly button in and bring the ears between the triceps, round into the shoulders. Tuck toes under, stay here. Or we begin to lift the hip bones to the sky and walk the feet closer. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the feet out, lower knees down, and just settle back briefly to child's pose. Two more rounds. Bring the forearms back to the mat. Remember, you can modify as much as you like by keeping the knees to the mat, or follow me. Round to the shoulders, bring ears between the triceps, tuck toes under. When you're ready, we lift that body into dolphin pose and walk the feet closer, finding your pose. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the feet out, lower knees down, and relax back into your child's pose. One more round. If you have pincher in your practice, you can come to pincher. You can explore pincher by lifting one leg to the sky, lift another. It is completely up to you, yogis. But when you're ready, bring the forearms back to the mat. And we come in to that forearm tabletop. Begin to round the shoulders, tuck toes under. When you're ready from here, we lift that body to dolphin. You can begin to lift one leg to the sky. You can begin to lift another. You can also come in to pinch if you have it, but hold wherever you are. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk the feet back and move to that child's pose, sweeping those arms down by your side and relax the forehead down. Just rounding into those shoulders. Giving yourself a moment to catch your breath. Beginning to make exhales longer than your inhales. And if that forehead is on the mat, just begin to give it a little wiggle from left to right, massaging the space between the eyebrows. Massaging away any stress going on here. Beginning to cool down this body, we slide the hands forward and roll our way into tabletop. Let's just take a few cat-cow stretches here to release that spine. Inhaling to drop the chest gaze forwards. Exhale to curve the spine and push the ceiling away. Just keep taking your movement here. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out. Before we bring that spine to a neutral position and wiggle our way into a seated position here. Any seated position that feels good to you. Now, if you're craving a longer Shavasana, then maybe you choose to come, I can't speak, maybe you choose to lie on the back, press pause on the video, this is the beauty of online yoga, and just give yourself some time. If you're happy to relax with me, you're going to flip the hands into the knees, roll shoulders away from the ears, and begin to cool down here. So taking a few breaths, making exhales longer than inhales. So imagine you're inhaling for 4 and exhale for 6. And counting it out in your mind, inhale 4, exhale 6. Beautiful. before we drop chin to chest. Blink those eyes open. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center and take a little bow as always with gratitude to ourselves, to the coven that joined us today, and from me to you, thanking you for joining me for day 2 of these 12 days of yoga Christmas challenge. I really hope you're enjoying just bringing 20 minutes of movement, of magic, of meditation into your day, especially during these festivities, a really chaotic and anxious time. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, please let me know by maybe liking this video, tagging me in any of your stories over on Instagram at the Yogi Witch. And I really look forward to seeing you here again tomorrow, hopefully, for day 3, where we are going to take a really gorgeous and well-deserved stretch. Thank you so much, my darlings, and I'll see you here tomorrow.